One of the things that we do when we get involved is we like to interview everybody involved. And again, we're trying to figure out what's in their head, what's in their heart, what are the issues, and what means the most to them so we can begin to develop a theme on what is the right thing to do with the family farm. Now, we transition from there into the economics. And when we're looking at the economics, we're trying to establish what are the financial needs of everybody in the family. Like I mentioned, if mom is still alive, if there's siblings that are wanting rent checks off the land, we try to figure that out. But with that, if a sibling is going to stay and operate the farm, they need to do a doggone good job of running the business of the farm. If the siblings are going to stay engaged and allow the sibling to keep running and operating the farm, one of the things that we've got to do is make sure that it's running with operational efficiency. And the only way I know to do that is to develop financial modeling. And we've developed software systems and spreadsheets and that can help us get a good idea of how many acres are in corn and soybeans. We're going to look at what we think the expected yields might be. We look at market rents, what the rents are going to look like. We input that data into the software we use. And then you make some estimates on what you think the prices are going to be. And one of the things we've done is we've got a software system that'll let you put in a yield number, a price number, acre number, and we can play all sorts of different financial models so we can get an idea at the end of the day, after spending money on seed, chemicals, fertilizer, etc., what your gross profit is going to look like by the end of the year if you get that kind of a price. And we can float that around, or if you change rents, that sort of a thing. So we build a model to get to the gross profit number, and then we look at operational expenses. And this is where it gets kind of tricky because we've got to figure out what the payroll is, what the taxes are, what your cost of equipment and debt service might look like. One of the struggles with this is a lot of times the personal lifestyle of the person farming can increase their fixed overhead so much that if you go through a bad year of pricing, you might not have enough money to make it, and that means you got to borrow. If the siblings that are allowing the farming operation to continue see the farming family spending way too much on homes and toys and vacations and all sorts of things, they lose confidence in the person running and operating the farm. And that further motivates them to say, look, let's just sell my section or what have you. So it's really important that the person that's running the farm can do economic modeling, tie in what their fixed and operational expenses are going to look like to see what their profit is going to be from one year to the next. I believe that if they do that, they'll be able to get the confidence from the other siblings to continue to farm. If they see alcoholism, if they see sloppiness with the economics, if they see that spending is way out of control, if there's a lot of personal decisions that impact the operational expenses of the organization in a negative way, you're going to have problems. Siblings are going to lose trust. And so doing the modeling is like really, really key. That's the starting point, because the family that farms then, if they do it right, can build a plan and go to the family and say, look, this is my strategic plan for going forward. Can you go with me?